My EFL League One 2026-27 predictions. 24th, Peterborough United. Starting at the bottom, I've got Peterborough United. This might be one of my biggest surprises, because Peterborough are usually a team you expect to see challenging near the top. However, I think they could struggle for consistency this season, and I'm predicting them to finish bottom. 23rd, Burton Albion. In 23rd, I've gone for Burton Albion. I think Burton could struggle to score enough goals throughout the season. They'll pick up some important results, but over 46 games I don't think they'll have enough to stay up. 22nd, AFC Wimbledon. 22nd is AFC Wimbledon. I think they'll be competitive in a lot of games, but I'm not convinced they'll have enough quality to avoid the relegation battle. Unfortunately for Wimbledon, I'm predicting them to go down. 21st, Cambridge United. In 21st, I've got Cambridge United. I think they'll fight right until the end, but I'm expecting them to fall just short of survival. A few more wins could completely change this prediction, but at the moment I'm backing Cambridge to finish in the bottom four. 20th, Bromley. 20th is Bromley. After their promotion, I think staying in League One would be a successful season for them. I'm backing them to survive, but it could be a very difficult campaign. 19th, Stockport County. I've got Stockport County in 19th. Stockport have shown plenty of ambition, but I think this season could be a little tougher than some people expect. They should have enough quality to stay up, but I'm not expecting them to challenge near the top. 18th, Stevenage. 18th is Stevenage. I think they'll be a difficult team to beat, but I don't see them scoring enough goals to challenge the top half. They should survive relatively comfortably. 17th, Wigan Athletic. I've gone for Wigan Athletic in 17th. Wigan have plenty of experience at this level, but I think they'll have another inconsistent campaign. They'll avoid relegation, but I don't expect them to challenge for promotion. 16th, Notts County. In 16th, I've gone for Notts County. I think they'll be entertaining and capable of beating some of the bigger teams. However, I think their first season back in League One could be about consolidation rather than promotion. 15th, Doncaster Rovers. 15th is Doncaster Rovers. I think Doncaster will have a fairly comfortable season. They've got enough quality to stay away from trouble, but I'm not expecting them to push for the playoffs. 14th, MK Dons. I've got MK Dons in 14th. I think they'll have a solid first season back in League One. They could potentially finish higher, but I'm expecting them to settle into mid-table. 13th, Oxford United. 13th is Oxford United. Coming down from the Championship is never easy, and I think Oxford could need some time to rebuild. I'm not expecting an immediate promotion push. 12th, Mansfield Town. In 12th, I've gone for Mansfield Town. I think Mansfield will be competitive throughout the season and could spend plenty of time around the playoff places. However, I'm predicting them to fall just short. 11th, Bradford City. 11th is Bradford City. Bradford have the potential to challenge higher up the table, but I think they'll struggle for consistency. I'm expecting a respectable top half finish. 10th, Leyton Orient. I've got Leyton Orient in 10th. I think they'll have another solid campaign. They'll be difficult to beat and could be involved in the playoff race, but I'm predicting them to finish just outside the top 7. 9th, Wycombe Wanderers. 9th is Wycombe Wanderers. Wycombe have plenty of experience and quality, so I wouldn't be surprised if they finished higher. However, I'm expecting them to just miss out on the playoffs. 8th, Barnsley. In 8th, I've gone for Barnsley. I think Barnsley will be right around the playoff places for most of the season. However, I'm predicting them to finish just outside the top 7. 7th, Blackpool. Now just missing out on the playoffs. I've got Blackpool in 7th. I think Blackpool will have a strong season and just fall short of the top 6. They've got enough quality to cause problems for anyone over the course of the season, but I don't think they'll quite make the playoffs. 6th, Huddersfield Town. 6th is Huddersfield Town. I really like Huddersfield's chances this season. They have a strong squad and plenty of experience, and I think they'll be challenging near the top throughout the campaign. 5th, Reading. In 5th, I've gone for Reading. I think Reading could have an excellent season. They've got enough quality to challenge for promotion, but I'm not quite convinced they'll finish in the automatic places. 4th, Plymouth Argyle. 4th is Plymouth Argyle. Plymouth are another team coming down from the Championship, and I think they'll bounce back strongly. I can see them challenging for automatic promotion, but I'm predicting them to finish 4th and enter the playoffs. Third, Luton Town. In third, I've got Luton Town. Luton have plenty of championship experience and should have one of the strongest squads in the division. I think they'll challenge for the title, but ultimately finish third and go into the playoffs. Second, Sheffield Wednesday. In second, I've gone for Sheffield Wednesday. Wednesday are a huge club for this level, and I think they'll bounce back strongly. If they can get stability and consistency, I think they'll have enough quality to finish in the top 2. First, Leicester City. And finally, my 2026-27 EFL League One champions are Leicester City. I'm backing Leicester to win the title. They've obviously had a difficult couple of seasons, but I think they have far too much quality for League One. If they can put everything together, I think Leicester will finish top and immediately return to the championship.